Hey, what's up? My name is Ash and this is my Feraligatr deck. This is an update to the original list. It's going to be a short and quick video on the changes I've made to it. So, I still need to also go through some of the changes. I haven't changed my deck fully yet, but we will go over the changes now. So I've dropped energy from 7 to 8, making room for an extra super rod. You go through resources in this deck really quick, and your Feraligatrs get knocked out quite easily quite often, so definitely a second super rod is good. It's nice to get a Feraligatr Totodile and energy back in most games, so a second one kind of keeps your deck afloat and it kind of keeps you rolling. Definitely 2 super rods is a must. The second change is dropping we have 2 switches. Definitely going to drop this down to 1 and add a Manaphy. So in my locals, I struggled a lot against Champao. I did have Manaphy in my deck before. I had this deck list currently before I fought Champao, but with how quick Champao sort of accelerates energy and gets set up, it's really rough because we have quite a slow setup until we get rolling, and yeah, that was a nightmare. And I think without Manaphy, it's just game. So definitely want a Manaphy in there. I also didn't use switches too often. I felt like Feraligatrs will either get knocked out or I'd have used Irida or Arven a search ability for something else on the turn. I think 1 switch is fine. You can still search for the 1 switch if you ever need to switch out your Feraligatr, and you've also got Prime Catcher, so I don't think 2 switches is necessary. I think 1 switch, 1 Prime Catcher works a treat. Now, I've also got some more adjustments depending on Charizard matchups. So, if you want to go sort of more Charizard focused in matchups, dropping Prime Catcher for a maximum belt is definitely the play here, because if you're against someone that's really good, I guess, and can figure out how to sort of work around for Feraligatr, I feel like maximum belt is definitely a needed. I did go against a Charizard deck today and I did well without it. I was able to Prime Catcher into Pidgeotty X. I was able to sort of play into like their Rotom and their Luminion as well, and I was able to win against it. So I guess if you're against, I don't know what, high elo players, it might be worth adding a maximum belt over Prime Catcher, but then obviously you got less fluidity, especially with now I've only got 1 switch. Bit of juggling, bit of balance and preference at the end of the day. You can win without maximum belt, but if you're against, I guess, a high elo player, it's going to be really rough to sort of do the dance in the correct order and hope everything falls into place against the Charizard deck without a maximum belt. Another option is if you want to be able to still kind of deal with the Zard a little bit better, but also better overall, instead of going maximum belt, I was originally going to drop a switch down to 1 and either add 1 of 2 Pokemon. The first one was we're on the trainers. Articuno. 2 cost card, basic Pokemon, can be searched with Irida or Nest Ball. Yeah, this attack does 70 damage and it also paralyzes active spots, so you got a bit more control. Kind of works well with Totodile as well because you've got a bit of control there, so you can sort of keep a Charizard in place, perhaps do 70 damage, it's paralyzed, can't retreat, and then finish it off with a Feraligatr. So that's the second problem into Charizard matchup. If you cannot target Rotoms and Luminions, and they've only got Charizards in play and they're trying to play around your Feraligatr, then going Feraligatr 280 and then another Feraligatr 280, it's very heavy and doesn't really work. You'll eventually just burn out. So to close that gap, there's Articuno with 70 damage and a paralyze is good. So you can go Feraligatr swing or Articuno swing then Feraligatr, and that will do over 330 damage. And then the other card was Halucha. Did I spell that right? No. H-A-W? Yeah, here we go, Halucha. From that Arceus set. Anyway, this is good. Probably a little bit better than Articuno if you can play it right. Articuno obviously has that paralyze and there's a 2-cost attack, but Halucha can be searched with Body Puff and Nest Ball, so you're not having to use a supporter. Crosscut also does 60 damage to an evolution Pokemon, so that's enough for a Halucha Feraligatr knockout. And then you've got a second attack, attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, so it's got a bit more utility. It's also 1 retreat, only costs 1 energy to attack, so this isn't a bad choice either. And yeah, these are the changes. If I was going to add Halucha as well as this Manaphy, what would I drop though? Maybe an Energy Retrieval, as now we have 2 Super Rods, a superior Energy Retrieval. So we could go probably 1 Energy Retrieval, 1 Super Energy Retrieval, 2 Super Rod. That could be a play, and then add one of the Pokemon in. Or even... Or even dropping Switch altogether, maybe. But yeah, these are the sort of the changes I would make to Feraligatr, and then after that I don't think there's a lot more micromanaging I can do with this deck. I think that's it for this concept build. Obviously you can run the Palkia version, that might do quite well, but yeah, if you want to be able to sort of play with that 1 prize advantage, then I think this is the best sort of lineup we have. This is a very intense deck, I've noticed. You have to really think what you're doing and kind of juggle everything right and resource manage really well. So it's not as breezy as something like Lugia, where you just, you know, summoning start Archeops and just slap on energy. So this is a very technical deck, and I think if you can manage this deck well and understand it well, you can definitely surprise a lot of people with this deck. But anyway, that's my quick update. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.